Hi friends, once again welcome back. If you are traveling to Kerala during this COVID period, we have to update you quick things you should be aware of. It is as per latest updates as per July 2020. We will also provide you travel advisory and travel pass details. There are 4 different kinds of pass and which one you have to take and what are the links for the same and what are the other quarantine details you have to follow. This will be a quick one, but it will cover you all the needed information. So there are some modified rules introduced by Kerala government. Those are the following things you can read through. Travelers both from other states and foreign countries need not apply and wait for an entry pass into Kerala. So you don't need to wait for the approval, but there is a mandatory registration. It should be done online with auto approval, and this is for both domestic and international travelers by any mode of travel. So that means you have to apply for a pass, but it will be a quick and auto approval. You don't need to wait for days thinking when it gets approved. Now following slides is going to explain you 4 types of passes you can raise as per your need and mode. Also, in short, the quarantine rules and links to apply for the passes are shown. Now also the screenshots of things need to be entered while applying for each pass, and what are the documents to be uploaded. I will show you with the screenshot of each pass while applying. Now let us see what are the 4 different kinds of pass available now. There are 4 passes. One is short regular visit pass and one is Pravasi registration. So what about the first one? First one is short or regular visit. This is for visits like business, official, exam, court case, property management, etc. Okay, so you have 2 categories in this, short and regular. In short, the visit is allowed only for 8 days. They are strict on this. You have to strictly follow this, otherwise action will be taken on you. Also they will quick monitor you. Okay, and in this case there is no mandatory quarantine because it's a short visit, and even if it is a regular visit, they are allowing you for 6 months, and this is also kind of business and other things. Okay, so visit to places other than entered is not permitted. For example, you are going for a court case, you are going to say I'll come this and date, stay here, interact with this many people expected, and I'll go to court case for this purpose and I'll come back. So it is like you are defining your path. You should not deviate. You go there, here and there, shopping and meeting your relatives, you are in trouble. And now for short visit, enclose a copy of return ticket supporting documents in a single file. That means your return ticket and other supporting documents, or if it is a business, other documents like business documents and your return ticket has to be scanned or taken a photo, uploaded in a single PDF. You have only one option to upload. You do not have multiple upload option. Okay, so if you are planning a regular visit, what you have to enclose is copy of your ID card. Now let us see the second pass, which is for Pravasi registration. That means you are an international person, you are coming back to India, back to Kerala from another country. You have to register in this option. Okay, links and other things will be shown later. And for this Pravasi registration, Pravasi pass, Pravasi returnee, you should have mandatory quarantine of 28 days. What are the instructions? Those who return home from other country has to apply for this registration or pass. Pre-flight COVID tests are mandatory. You have to you have to undergo a pre-flight. Before boarding the flight, there is a COVID test. There are kinds of things you can I'll not explain here everything in details. It will go a bigger video. This is a short video. And what you have to do is you have to, as per government norms, get the COVID test done and keep the certificate with you saying that you are negative. And what about when you come back to Kerala? Strict 14 days room quarantine, next 14 days home quarantine. So basically what is the difference? When you are in room quarantine, you should be safe. For example, even you can stay with your parents. If they are in ground floor, you should be in first floor, and you have should have allotted a room attached with bathroom and other facilities, and you should be 14 days strictly in the room along with your family. Family is there, and you come out of the room after 14 days, but still make sure you are home quarantine, you are not coming out of the home. And this is applicable for those people who are there in your home already. So no one should come out. This is a strict rule, so that others are not getting infected if in worst case you are infected. Now there is another option for this. For example, suppose your home do not have such facilities, you can go for institutional quarantine. So if people come and check at your home and they see you don't have uh, those facilities at home, they might tell you, they might advise you to go to institutional quarantine. Okay, if you declare, if you know in advance, I don't have such facilities, please go for institutional quarantine. And some people does not like institutional quarantine, it is arranged by government stuff. So suppose you wanted to stay in hotel, there is another option, paid quarantine, for those who opt for hotels. For example, you are coming back, you don't need an institutional quarantine, you can say that I would like, I wish to check in hotels, but that will be also tracked and you have to pay from your pocket. Now what is other three more another two kind of passes. One more is the emergency entry pass, and there is no mandatory quarantine for emergency, and this is the real emergency. Mainly medical comes into this, something like high emergency medical case, then you don't you are coming to Kerala for some treatment and stuff, go with emergency entry pass. So in this, proper medical or other equivalent supporting documents need to be uploaded. Make sure you are doing this. Now the fourth case is domestic entry, and this might be opted for by most of the people. For example, you are returning from another state like Telangana, Tamil Nadu, or Karnataka, and you are coming back and prefer to stay in your home by driving, by train, by flight. You have to select this option. For example, you are driving from Karnataka to Kerala with complete family, opt for this option. So this is like you are returning home and you don't know when you go back. Okay, so this is how it is. And there is again the mandatory quarantine is there, same as you have seen in case of Pravasi returnee, you have to go for 28 days quarantine. So what are the main instructions? This pass is for those who come back to Kerala to stay and kind of return to home from other states. So the difference is Pravasi is other country and this is another state, and this is with or without family. You will be having verification of pass, verification of your vehicle, verification of members traveling, and temperature check when you cross the border, Kerala border. And you should know which is the check post through which you are crossing if you are coming by your own vehicle or by taxi. Now when you return to your home, again 28 days of home quarantine, out of that 14 days room quarantine, and out of that other 14 days again home quarantine. No one should go out, including the members who is already staying in the home. You can do like the same I already explained. You can be on first floor in a room 14 days, you can, your parents can be down, but please take care, completely separated isolation. Even if you are sharing something, food and stuff between, take care of, you wear the mask and hand gloves and other things. Food will be kept for you somewhere middle of the staircase, you come and take. So there is no interaction, properly maintained 28 days. And whoever staying in home also, they should not go out of the home to interact with other people outside. And apart from this, you have option for institutional quarantine and paid hotel quarantine if you do not have such facility in your home when you come back to Kerala. So decide accordingly. Now if you wanted to know step by step procedure on how to apply for entry pass or domestic returnee pass, please click the link above. There is a pop-up coming on top. If you click there, I will guide you through complete step on what are the things to be done on domestic returnee pass. In this video also I will be also in this video also I will be sharing you screenshot of all the different kinds of pass, so that you will come to know what are the things you have to fill it in, what are the documents you have to upload. Now let us start with the first pass. Let us go quickly. First pass was the short or regular registration, and this is the URL. I will put all the URLs in my description. You can click from there. You cannot click from the video link, video on top, but just know this is the link if you are going for a short visit pass. And what are the things? Short visit is, as I told, allowed for only 8 days, or regular visit 6 months. What are the things you have to do? Mobile number, your application type, whether short or regular, then you have to give applicant name, applicant address. Okay, these are the things needed. Again, second screen, for short visit you need again these things: your gender, date of birth, applicant state, applicant district. Okay, so this is kind of your permanent address, and your government ID proof you are going to submit, and its number. And other things: purpose of visit, what is your visit purpose, and mode of travel, how you are going to travel, details of vehicle, quarantine you are going to prefer, you prefer quarantine or not. Quarantine is not a must in case of this short visit pass, but you can opt for yes or no. And travel date, return date has to be furnished here. Apart from that, you are going to upload a document. For short visit you have to enclose copy of return ticket, and for other things you can see here. For regular visit you have to upload your government ID proof. And apart from that, you can see here place and institutions of visit. For example, I am where and all you are going to plan to visit. So it is a planned route. I already told this is used for business, court purpose, property management and purpose. So you will say I go here, I meet this. You can see here another thing: number of persons you likely to interact with. This is also filled. For example, you are buying or selling some property, this many people are involved, I am going to meet this many people. All this has to be captured. It's a short visit. And there is a choose file option where you have to upload your ID proof if it is a regular visit, and other return ticket along with document scanned in a single file in case of a short visit. Now details of stay also has to be furnished: which district, which local body you are going to stay, and your address and your local contact number. Now this is the second pass, Pravasi registration, where you are an international person, you are coming back to Kerala by flight. So in this case you can see here Pravasi registration. This is the link. So what are the things you have to furnish? You have to give your mobile number, email address, passport number, name in the passport, age, your gender, address abroad, and address native. Both addresses you have to give, and select district and local body in your native, and also your ward number, all your local details. Okay, land, phone number, and COVID test is done or not. This is the mandatory thing for the Pravasi. You can see here this should be mandatory, and as of now you should do and come. And COVID related issues there or not, you have to any health issues, you have to declare itself. You do not lie on anything, everything should be properly given. Now your exempted category, your what is the visa type, return reason, and was your occupation, and what is your expected travel date, and source country from where you are giving. And apart from that, if you have family in Pravasi registration, you can add your family members as shown here and save. That is done. Now the third category is emergency entry exit entry pass, and as you told, we have already discussed, this is mainly for medical purpose and other very high emergency. Okay, so for this what you have to enter is your mobile number, your applicant district, local body, applicant's name, address, government ID card and number, purpose of travel, your vehicle number. If you are coming by vehicle, you have to give your vehicle number here, even if any kind of vehicle, and going date and time, quarantine yes or no you have to fill. Apart from that, from where you are coming, from state, from district, and starting location and destination location. For example, you are traveling to some hospital from some place outside Kerala, give your starting address properly and say this is the end location address. And your route also you have to specify here, through which route you can specify in comma. And what are the documents you have to upload here is, since it is a very emergency pass, enclose copy of a government issued ID card, medical certificate or any other documents in a single PDF. Okay, so if you have a medical certificate, issued a government ID card, everything you put it in a single file, scan it and upload here, because you have only one option to upload, and it can be PDF or JPEG. Make sure your size is below 500 KB. It is clearly shown here. And fellow travelers name and address also has to be there. If you have multiple travelers, please enter those details also here. Now this is the last mode of pass. It's domestic returnee registration, something like you are returning Kerala, returning your home from another state with family or without family. This is almost equal to Pravasi pass, but then it is for a interstate travel. So as you can see here, if you when you click on the above link, right, so when you go to domestic pass link, first what you see is your mobile number and NORCA registration. This is for whom already registered in NORCA. You have to give your registration mobile number and NORCA number and click on verify and then start proceeding. But if you do not did not do anything in NORCA, what you have to do is, you can see here I have highlighted new registration in COVID-19 Jagratha. So you click on there. So even if you come by train, flight or road by your own transport or taxi, you have to click on new registration, and it will take you to another screen where you have entered all the details like your mobile number, name, date of birth, gender, ID number, from address in Kerala, that means to where you are going in Kerala, and all your exact details, ward number and stuff. And you can have an option of vehicle type here. You can select vehicle, either it is kind of an SUV, 5-seater or whatever, you can select here. Okay, 5-seater, 7-seater options are there, and you have to give your vehicle number here, and reason for return also you can give here. And if you have any COVID related things, you have to declare it here. And now this is the same pass, domestic journey. What you have to do extra is add your family members if you have family traveling along with you, and select coming state and going district, coming from district, and your departure place, exactly you give from where you starting. And one more important part I should say you is the check post. If you are coming by taxi or car, you should check post reaching state and select check post. That means through which check post you are entering Kerala, you should be aware before starting your journey, and give it here. Make sure it is correct. You take another check post, it is not going to work. You will be in trouble. So before starting, make sure you are selecting the check post, and also your check post reaching date. So you can select any date, you can select any check post. The problem comes here when you select a time slot, this may be not available. For example, I am booking today, I am selecting tomorrow's date, and I select the time slot. There will be different time slot like 10 to 1 morning. There will be three 4 time slots. You can see that sometimes when you select time slot, it might say time slot not available. Then you have to change your date accordingly. You may need to select day after tomorrow, or again after 1 week later, accordingly. Okay, so what I find is it might be usually available 1 week, it may be not available, but even if you select 1 week later date and travel, if you have some emergency or something you want to travel, you can travel. They are not so strict on that, except please do not prefer weekends. Weekends will be a rush, and this will be a problem for you, for everyone. So it's always better to plan in a weekday to avoid rush and stuff. But even if you book it and travel in another date before, there is no problem. They are allowing you in the border as of now. And vehicle reach details to reach home. Here you can say that same vehicle I am taking to reach home. Some people might take taxi and drop in between, then they have to enter here. Vehicle reaching home will be another vehicle. Now once it is done, any kind of pass, how to track your application? This is the link. If you click there and give your mobile number, you can track your application. For example, in my case, I had applied you can see here, this is the permit number. Okay, 3 things I have applied, and status of 3 passes you can see here. 2 were approved, 1 was rejected some reasons. So now it will be auto approved, as you can see. So latest pass, as you can see, approved, and when it is approved there is a download button. So just do not just raise a pass and forget it. Okay, before travel, come here, check the status and download it. So when you click on the download, it will be auto approved. When you should download the pass and keep 1 or 2 printing copy with you, because while traveling in check post they are going to ask you only one question: where is your pass? And after that, the other details of members, they will check temperature of each person's if needed. If they find temperature high or so they might go with another test higher level. So otherwise they will test all your validation of members, how many are there in the car. They will properly check those things, vehicle number whether you have given correctly, and temperature of each person's will be checked at the check post. That's what the practical part of it. Now when you download your pass, looks like this almost, and this is example of an domestic returnee pass. Okay, your pass looks like this, and if I enlarge this, you can see here what it contains. It says your registration number, which is very important, and they will ask you registration number from every place. And apart from that, you can see your travel date and other address, government ID proof, which district you are coming to in Kerala. And this is also very important check post. See here, and this is what I was talking to you. For example, in this case, Muthanga check post, 19th we are going to travel, and slot is 10 AM to 1 PM. So it's not mandatory you should be there on exactly that time slot. Date is also, they are not very strict on this. For example, if you booked on 19th, you are coming on 12th. Until unless there is some heavy rush and stuff, you are going to make it. No worries on that, there is no very strict, but make sure you have registered properly and give your details properly. And you can purpose of visit of travel also you can give as per your this thing. For example, joint with family is one of the reason you can give. And as you can see, fellow travelers will be also there. If it is a 5-seater, only 4 persons will be allowed in the car along with the driver. That's why in this case, the one person who has taken the pass also traveling, and that person with 3 other members of the family. So 4 persons. It will not allow you 5 persons, and if you have 5 persons, it will be a problem, because as per rules and regulations, 5-seater should contain 4 persons. So you can see here, right? So this is the pass. Now please have a look at this, friends. Please read through this. Okay, and these are the things you have to take care when you are in an isolation at your home. Okay, please take care of these things, very important. And what are the things you have to see? You can just pause and read through this so that you follow all the guidelines from government. Let us all be break the chain to make the change. So now this is our video. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you would have liked. Kindly give us a like if you like the video. Please also do not mind to subscribe the channel, friends. Thank you very much.